Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to make mini butter rolls that will be done in 8 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes in your oven at 400 degrees. And I remember telling you that I had a company cookbook, and this was my contribution to that cookbook. So in this bowl here I have 2 cups of self-rising flour, and that's really all the recipe calls for. You don't have to sift it or anything. I added some rosemary because I like rosemary, but that's all that's in here is 2 cups of self-rising flour. It's a very simple recipe. Into that I'm going to add 2 sticks of butter. This isn't something you have every night now, but when you're in a hurry and you want a good little roll, it's so good. So good. You won't be disappointed in it, I promise you. Alright, I'm putting that 2 sticks of melted butter into the flour, and the only other ingredient is 8 ounces of sour cream. So I have that right here. Whole thing goes in. If there's any whey in there, just put it in there too. Alrighty. So we're going to get this stirred up together. Now I imagine you can make these larger. You know, I've always just made the little mini rolls with it, but if you wanted bigger ones, regular size muffin tins, you just extend the time. And since I've never made anything but the small ones, I couldn't tell you how much to extend it. But, you know, just keep your eye on them because they'll be done when the top is not brown, but kind of a golden color. But I do know with the mini rolls that it'll be 8 to 10 minutes. Alright, I'm getting this stirred up here. Excuse me. I've had a lot of compliments on these little rolls there. You can't substitute, I didn't tell you this, you cannot substitute margarine. You have to use butter. And they're just melt in your mouth. They're so good with, you know, any meal. I think like beef stew or pork chops or any meal you want to have a bread with, a fresh bread, and it's something you make up in a hurry. Alright, I think these are mixed. And I'm going to just take a spoon here. Let me get this off my spatula. And I'm going to use 2 spoons. Going to put it in this little muffin tin. Let me see, are you in here? I'll have to move it, won't I? Okay. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so I've got my 2 spoons, and you're going to fill them almost to the top. Start over here. Whoop, well, had a jumper. Just drop them in there. Don't worry about, you know, whether they're smooth or not, because they're not going to be smooth when they come out. They're just going to be delicious rolls. Put a little more in that one. And get these done here. That's all you do is just drop them in the muffin tin. I can't even remember how many these make. I just remember how good they were. Or they are, I should say. don't even have to make sure they're all round in there. Just drop them in. I may have a little bit too much in one or two of them and not enough in another. But anyway, here we go. It won't take but a minute to get this filled up. Anyway, in this recipe, it's just 2 cups of self-rising flour. You can add any type of spice you want in there. If you don't want just plain rolls, add something like I did. I added the rosemary. You could add Italian seasoning. You could add Parmesan cheese, garlic powder. Now the butter that I used was salted, but if you're trying to save salt calories or the absorption of salt, just use plain butter. Just don't use margarine, because I don't think it'll work. I just want to get these filled up. Alright, you don't have to watch me do this. I will be back. I'm going to pop these into my 400-degree oven, and when they're done, I'll bring you back. So I'll see you in a few. Hi, I'm back. The little mini rolls are out of the oven. It took mine 14 minutes. I think I might have overfilled them a bit. But I thought I was going to have to run a knife around to get them out. But they just pop right out, as you can see. And here's the bottom, which is just a light brown. And the top is even a lighter brown. So you may not think they're done and overcook them. But if you have your little mini muffin holder, don't overfill them like I did. Just get them to about 2/3 full. And let me see if I can get you a close-up. I'm going to open one of these little boogers and let you see the inside. You don't need any butter or anything with them. And I don't want to say they're delicate. They're not delicate, but they're light. They're light and very tasty. See if I got the inside? Look at that. These are so good. I know you'll enjoy them. So give them a try. They're simple to make if you're in a hurry like I usually am or used to be when all my children were at home. I was always so busy in trying to look for a fast way to get food on the table, and these were so delicious. I can't even remember where this recipe came from because it's over 20 years old. But it's very, very good, very tasty, very light. And just like I said, you can add anything to them. Garlic, Italian seasoning, Parmesan cheese, other kinds of cheese. I added rosemary to these. And just pop them in your 400-degree oven. Remember, it was 2 cups of self-rising flour. You don't have to sift it. 2 sticks of melted butter, and you can't substitute. You have to use butter. And 8 ounces of sour cream. I think these will make you happy. Alright, thank you for joining me in my kitchen. I appreciate you spending some of your day with me. Until next time, I forgot something. I forgot to give you my taste test. So let me take a bite of one of these. OMG. It's like little shards of heaven. They are so good. Give them a try.